Obviously, first of all, congratulations to you for after a long time in Chennai, and he's been a native to this region, as they say in anthropology, Pondicherry and all this sort of thing, but essentially in Kerala, and good to see you here. And I've been seeing some of Murali's works the last 3-4 years. They've been sending me an email, several iterations of the work that he does. And we normally call this kind of artistic work, as he himself calls it, abstract expressionism. It's a particular category, and I'm not going to explain what it is, but it's a category that in a sense stands opposed in a significant way to what is called narrativism, just telling a story. So here is something that you can make a story yourself. You can decide what the red color means, you can decide what the yellow means, you can decide why it is vertical and why it is not vertical. You can decide, it's your narrative. Not the artist has his or her own narrative, but in the sphere of abstraction, the viewer is free to make their own narratives. And this has been a tussle that has been going on for quite some time. I think the real era of abstraction began in Western art practices somewhere around the early 19th century. Before that was mostly figurative, mostly narrative, either on the walls or on canvases or on ceilings, and that's been the story. But I think in the Indian context, this is a much further provenance, much older provenance, and as all of you who were there for the lamp lighting would have noticed below the lamp a column that has been made. That is a brilliant form of an abstract work. It doesn't technically, within quotation, mean anything. If you stand in front of us, what does it mean? It means what you want it to mean. It can mean beauty, it can mean a flow with line and form, it can mean a contact with the earth, it can mean something that is impermanent, it can mean something that is evanescent. So meanings are not something that we look for in abstract art, even though reality is the basis of abstraction. And it's a bit like if you were, when even in this group, if I were to watch this, if this gentleman with the video camera, diffuses his focus. Instead of keeping a sharp focus in which all our contours are seen very clearly, supposing he puts it out focus, then we'll all look like abstract figures. We'll look like the open color, rather than look like some pale blue color, whatever. It will become colors, or will become unidentifiable forms. And this has been a practice in modern art for quite some time. And in the 19th century, there was, of course, a whole lot of debate around it in the West. In America, for example, a very important modern artist called Whistler, a poet, very famous name in American art. And he presented his first exhibition. Again, one of America's greatest thinkers called John Ruskin went to see the exhibition, and he said, "This is like paying the artist 200 guineas for shoving a pot of paint onto the face of the viewer," etc., etc. So all this kind of reactions have come about abstraction, but then abstraction is very much part of our life. It's very much part of current social conditions, current economic conditions. Karl Marx has a whole chapter on his theories of surplus value, on the idea of labor and on the idea of value. Labor is concrete, labor is material, value is abstract. Why should this cost, say, 1,000 rupees this month? We don't know. Why should that camera cost 5,000 rupees? We don't know. Why should this painting be marked at, I hope we marked at 1 lakh or something? Why not? So we don't know. Where does value come from? Where does value come from? That's an abstraction of contemporary society, and we're all dealing with it. We're all part of that web of the interplay between reality and abstraction, and often you can capture reality, or you can imagine you're capturing reality in a particular way, because it seems, yes, I'm seeing Anita here, I'm seeing Sharat here, I'm seeing Murali, it's reality. But behind that reality there's also an abstraction called a human being, called a certain set of values, a certain set of desires, a certain set of predilections, a certain intellectual component, a certain ideology. They're all abstract. So abstract art therefore has today come to mean a lot of things, and in the 20th century, just about every movement you name, except realism and naturalism, except these two movements, the 20th century has been a century of several art movements, from Dada art, pop art, surrealism, Fauvism, you name it, pointillism, on and on, several movements every 3 or 4 or 5 years, a new movement in art has emerged in modern art. Almost all of them have been abstract movements. Again, this has been a contention in Indian modern art too, whether a figurative artist is more relevant than an abstract artist. So these are all debates that are still going on. We are at the crux of those debates, and they're actually very violent. To enter the world of visual art, there are also very violent debates because nobody is satisfied with simple answers anymore. So I'm very impressed by the fact that Murali has continued on this track since his days in Pondicherry as a professor of Inauguration and so on. And besides his poetry and his literary output, he has also moved into visual art. And one can see obviously it's a very restless spirit. He's producing work at a very rapid rate. I don't know how she lives with this. Every day she's asked to look at a new painting, I'm sure. So I think it's quite commendable that that energy you have kept going and that passion